We're for a very, very special episode this week of the Barbed Wire Bite. Not only is Pitbull one here, but the greatest referee in history calls it down the middle, Bill Alfonso, and the hardcore icon himself. My favorite guy in WCW, he went by the name of Jim. I'm talking about the Sandman.
That's right, man. We got the Sandman and Fonzie here, guys. This is a good day. Good day.
Well, we're in Charleston, West Virginia, too. We did a show last night at some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Outside, 85-degree heat.
Yeah, 1,000 people that was sold out. Really cool.
Yeah, we had a good time. We started Wednesday. Today's Friday, and we're still rocking and rolling, man. Still working.
We're going tomorrow, so we're on like a 4-day tour.
Nope, none of you guys then got to watch AEW this week, did you?
No.
You know what happened though, right?
What happened?
Well, Moxley won the title from CM Punk, which kind of shocked me anyway. But he won it in about 3 minutes tops, total squash. Punk sold it like he hurt his foot. 2 paradigm shifts, 1, 2, 3, undisputed. I wonder if something's up there because I want to know why would a heavyweight title.
Why would you have Punk in there and he's doing so well to lose? Dude, I like Moxley entertains me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Not saying that he doesn't deserve it, but is it an interim thing or something? They're gonna put it back on him the next pay-per-view? They working again? Like, you know, the return clause match.
Maybe he's still hurt. Maybe he's not 100%. You know what I mean? Or like we were talking before, what's that kid's name? MJF.
I like that too.
Yeah. He re-signed, so he's definitely going to be popping out somewhere anytime soon. You know what I mean?
The weird thing though, Punk went to throw like a spin kick, and he hit him with his right foot. Then he fell down to sell the injury, but he was holding his left foot.
So that's a work.
I always look for this, and I didn't see anything.
Seen people do that.
All right. Let's get some other questions besides business-wise, wrestling-wise. You know what I mean?
What do you want to talk about? Did you get to watch Horror Story this week?
No, I missed it this week. What do you?
It's a good one.
Oh, dude, I live on the History Channel. Ancient Aliens, Civil War. Well, obviously sports too in Philly. You got the Phillies game every night. And the Eagles are starting. The Sixers are starting in a month or so. It's a great time of year fucking now for television.
Yeah.
All the way up through after the Olympics. Yeah. No, the Olympics are in 2030.
Yeah.
But up until after like March Madness, dude, TV's great.
Oh yeah. Every week.
I watched Amityville Vampires.
You watch it? What's the new Game of Thrones? The new Game of Thrones.
No,
Just
my wife watched it.
Broke all records for HBO the other night.
The new Dragon gimmick.
It's good. Well, I love Game of Thrones. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. I have a Khaleesi doll out in my car. She drives with me everywhere. I was at some toy shop and I saw it. I'm like, dude, I gotta have
He's
this.
got the collection.
Oh yeah, I like my figures and statues. So comic book nerd all the way.
What do you think about as tag teams? In the business, what do you think of the Young Bucks? What's your opinion on them guys?
They can work.
They work their ass off.
Yeah, they can freaking work, dude.
Fuck, man.
Who is it?
The Young Bucks. They were like a backyard group of guys back in the day. And then next thing you know, they were working in Japan. And
I know the name.
Yeah, they could just.
I think I've worked with them. Sure.
Yeah. Tell him.
Over everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe to the point that I think either they just got tired because their schedules were so hard, or
That Japan schedule's not easy.
Yeah, I was just flying back and stuff like that. But I don't know. They could have got overexposed a little.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because all of a sudden it wasn't. But they were just on their pay-per-view. Did they just have a tag match on the pay-per-view with somebody, or a six man?
Yeah, they did the 6-man. The guy that married Charlotte.
Oh, Andrade. Andrade and his gang. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good match.
I'm
talking about the last AEW show.
I just think they did a little bit too much too. But I think every match now is a little bit too much.
It's too much. Like I even say sometimes they should have went home right there. Why did they go do those other 2 spots? It didn't make any sense. You know, Fonzie's been to Japan, and tell him like as far as like matches that you worked in Japan.
Oh, I did.
Needed Flair.
Fujinami and Flair 91 or 92 sold out 65,000 at the Tokyo Dome.
Hell yeah.
Controversial finish, and it was pretty cool. I've been there a few times, and one of my favorite cities, Tokyo. I love it for some reason.
Yeah, but Punky's pretty nice back
Yeah, I
then.
got the hard
When
rock
we were
every
younger,
time.
when we
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
like,
it was 92.
Was that the show where you had like it was like the Japanese flag and the American flag
Yeah.
on your rep shirt?
Yeah.
I remember that. That was real classy. I like that.
Yeah, I
That
was
was
trying to
cool.
get over with the Japanese office, so I said, "What can I do? I got a beautiful haircut, designer shirt, beautiful pants, new Nikes. You know what I mean?" And I said, "Fuck, that's not enough. Let me what a flag." I had my dear old mom. She sewed it on, hand sewed it on, and I got dressed by Dusty. Was the booker for WCW? It was a joint show.
Yes.
So I got dressed by the office, and when I waited till everybody got dressed. It was kind of boring. I put that shirt on. All the Japanese come up to me, ooh, oh, they love. So, and then I got invited back, maybe because of that, maybe, or because I was a hell of a referee that night, or whatever. But
that's probably because you're
Yeah.
not a referee, dude.
yeah,
Now, I remember last week we were talking, Doc, about Rick Rude. Now we got 2 other guys here that know Rick Rude.
I worked with Rick Rude in 19 early 80s. He came to Florida. Everybody came to Florida back in the day. Very cool. And then I worked with him in WCW, WWF. It was pretty cool. God bless him. I miss him. Forever Young. Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude. Man.
This goes on and on.
Yeah.
on,
What a hell of a list to be on. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, a strong guy. He was an arm wrestling champ.
Heavyweight
Nash-
champ.
National fucking
Who
Heavyweight
was
arm
talking
champ.
about?
Rick Rude had that
He was
strength.
heavyweight. Yeah, he was
He
heavyweight
wasn't
arm
a
wrestling
big,
champ.
super big guy, but he strong as hell.
Well, then what? I just probably forget. But
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
to
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
you did
and
that.
his sister too. He had
I was
that
telling
Spitz
I was
body.
telling him the one time we were walking in the Holiday Inn building, and fucking Rude just came in. And he was going up to his room, and he had a VCR, and he had like 5 to 8 porno tapes, man. And he was bringing that up to his hotel room, man.
The women loved him
He
too,
was out
boy.
of
He
his
was
mind.
beautiful. Fucking the women loved him. Had that Mark Spitz body.
Smooth, always wearing a fucking $1,000 suit.
And
at
a
least.
triple tough badass motherfucker, if I can cuss on the show.
Yeah.
It was really badass.
What all you
Nice.
guys think when he grabbed Francine on TV and just went to town on her? I thought it was good TV.
Or the new one.
Yeah, oh, it was
because I
great
want you to
TV.
send me that.
It was great TV. Yeah,
I didn't
right.
think she was a big fan, but I popped.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of guys came through ECW on their way to Vince.
Everybody.
The rear guys.
Cactus,
Stones,
Cactus,
Orne,
Austin,
Tony Blanchard, Orne Anderson, Don Morocco.
Shane Douglas, Malenko, Guerrero,
Ryan
Eddie,
Pillman. Ryan Pillman.
yeah,
It's out
tons.
there for the weekend the way up, man.
I had a question for the Sandman. I heard a rumor, and we mentioned this on the show before, but during the FMW during the FMW show, the crossover that you guys did, when you were trying to work out a finish, did you tell Onita, "Hey, I'll jap you, and then you come in and you Pearl Harbor me," and then everybody was kind of looking at you?
Yeah, we're just talking. Yeah, I said that to Anita.
The whole locker room
Was
was
that an ECW joint show that we ran at the Super
Yeah,
Palace or
Paul,
something?
dude, you should have seen Paul Heyman. He actually had a vertical leap of like 4 inches. He got so high up and just started waving his arms and just saying anything. Yeah, dude, it was fun. But Onita, when he first came into the room, he's got like these 2 sentries next to him, you know what I mean? Like guards, interpreter, a couple other guys behind that. He sits down in a chair, one guy stands here, one guy stands here.
Can't get
you know
near
what I
him.
mean? Yeah, like royalty, you know what I'm saying? And he acted like he couldn't speak English. Well, once we got over the fact that that I had said what I said, then he understood every word I said out in the match. I came up with the start. I'm like, how about this? How about I gotta drink my beer and you slap it out of my hands? And he's like, okay. He's like, all right. Now and then we go into a melee. Because there wasn't a lot of like tagging in, tagging out. It was FMW, dude. It was me and Onita went around the whole building. He probably threw me over 5 different tables because I know it's Onita. He's God. So I want to bump for him. You know what I'm saying? I want to make him look like God.
That was our job.
All right, there's another bunch of guys I got to work with in Florida Championship Wrestling with Dusty. Hiro Matsuda owned part of the office, and he had direct ties. He would bring in, they would send in guys, young guys, to work and spend a year there in Florida, and then go back to Japan. And it was Muda, the great Muda, with the Green Mist, Onita, so many of them, man. Baba used to come in once in a while. So that was pretty cool. I get to meet all those guys before they were big stars. Now they're mega stars.
You used to drive them, didn't you?
Excuse me?
Didn't you have to pick up a lot of the Asian guys when they came and drive them around?
Yeah, as a referee there, I picked up everybody who come in for the week, like Andre the Giant would come in for the week, like he did the one territory, this territory. Fabulous Moolah picked her up for the week. The midgets, Little Tokyo, and the guys, any specialty guys that came in, it would be not my job, but they asked me, "Hey, would you pick up the Giant and take him for the week?" Of course I would. It was fucking pretty cool experience.
Yeah, you'd be nuts to turn that down.
Right.
Be the Giant chauffeur, and then tell him about Gonzalez.
Harley Race, Giant Gonzalez.
He was his valet for how long?
3 years. I was personal assistant for 3 years. When we were in WCW, they paid me I was making a check that big. I said, "You don't got to even pay me to take." We became good friends, and I get some great stories about Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Definitely.
You still have his coat?
Huh?
I remember for a while I heard that you had Giant Gonzalez's big raccoon coat. You still have that?
No, I think I sent it back to him, or we might have sold it. Yeah.
I was telling these guys
that was in the early '90s when I was with him.
Off the wrestling subject, still on it, but it's. I was telling these guys we did the shows. Sunny in Florida, we came up with that. It ain't sunny in Florida no more. Because that fucking Sonny's in jail in Florida now. She's all fucked up, 8 DUIs.
Didn't she kill somebody?
Yeah,
by accident.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
We all are happy she's off the road and not killing any other people.
And
I didn't get why you haven't been on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia yet.
Exactly.
I just saw her this year. Her and Missy Hyatt at some convention. It was in Ohio. Put on a little weight, but she still looked good.
Yeah, now
Missy looked great.
Yeah, Missy does that. What's that? World War or 17?
The Civil War stuff. She did huge Civil War buff, and so am I. So me and her have had some great discussions about it.
I got a thing for Allie Katch in GCW. I don't know why, but I stare at her Instagram all the time. I can't figure out why. I just
we don't know who that girl.
You know who Allie Katch is? They have her fighting all the guys. She's always stabbing them with knives, and she's Effie's partner.
What's that on TNA or Impact?
No, GCW with Janela and all those guys.
Okay, Matthew.
I'm in Atlantic City a lot. A lot of hardcore stuff. That's where Gage is.
With them. Sabu and I did a show with them. Lights off, lights on. We appeared in the ring. I faced somebody in New York.
It was at Hammerstein, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They don't even have.
I ordered that show. That was good.
Don't they have chains going around the ring? They don't even have ropes, right?
No, they have ropes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, since we spoke Sunny and Missy Hyatt, and Sunny too, but
Sunny, she looked good with the
Missy has kept up her figure very well.
Yeah, and she's
least
not
she's well
21 no
off.
more. She's, she's
Yeah,
aging,
dude.
but she's aging well, so that's good. She's like me off the hard drugs and alcohol. That's why I look so good, Daddy.
I remember when you and Missy Hyatt were on was it Judge Joe Brown or some judge show? I remember that.
Yeah, that was a work. We had a talent fee per diem, flew us round trip. It was cool, and it
Good
got
hotel.
high ratings. The judge loved us. The judge gave me his car. Said, "Hey, can you set it up for me and Missy Hyatt?" You know, I said, "I'll try." The judge wanted a banger.
Oh, shit.
I just remember when you said, "Yeah, they ruled against me because she's crying, looking like a good-looking raccoon over there." I
And
never
I
forgot
said,
that.
I said they gave her the case because she had two big assets I didn't have. I can't believe they aired that.
They aired that on
Yeah, I
television.
said, yeah. What do you think about the verdict? I said, well, it was one-sided. The judge had the hot fur because he had two big assets I didn't have, and they aired it.
They wanted me to do Jerry Springer, and I was like, I'm not doing it. You know, for what, $2.50.
Jamie Dundee, I think, did
Yeah.
5
His dad did it, yeah.
And then that dude Steve, I think his name is. He started the remember
His
he
own
was Jerry Skirt. He was on the very first episode of Steve's show.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember that because it was like
Yeah,
like
I didn't do it, and Anthony did it.
I remember Anthony on it.
Instead, and I think the girl who's the champ right now in NWA, what's her name? Mickey James.
Yeah.
I think Mickey was on the show with Anthony. I think.
Was she the girl that he was like sleeping with or something like that? Or his
Yeah, and supposedly she was banging the Sheik behind his back. So that was the whole idea. That was the gimmick, man.
Banging the sheep.
Yeah. Mickey James was fucking the Sheik behind Anthony's back. And she was fucking Anthony too.
That's
a
okay,
shoot.
Daddy.
Mickey James, the beautiful Mickey James.
Was
She's been
we
around
was
for a long
with
time.
Anthony for dude. She was taking work off of my plate. She was taking money off of my fucking plate because she was saying, Anthony, tell the booker Gary can't make it, and they'll book me on the show instead, and I'll just take his payday and I'll work that night. So Ant was so, when it came down to pussy, I mean, Anthony was great.
Cargo
you know what I mean?
nets and everything.
Yeah, he captures girls with the cargo nets, on the docks and shit. He throws bitches in that. They can't escape, He locks them in their house. His house. He'll be at the bar drinking with us. And we're like, where's that fucking hot girl you were with last night? And he's like, oh, yeah, she's locked up in the house. Everything's cool.
Hey, man.
It's like, what the fuck, man? And then another time I remember we were actually at a bar and a girl comes up to us and she's like huffing and puffing, sweat coming down her head. She's like, where's that fucking Anthony at? I mean, we're like, I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about? She's like, so my wife at the time turned around and she's like, why, what's wrong? And she's like,
And he was a smoke show too.
yeah. So she's like,
Oh, yeah, Ben.
so she's like, I don't know. He locked me in the house. I couldn't get out of the house. I had to jump over a fucking 8-foot wall into a cargo net. And now I'm here. And it's like, what the fuck,
That's a true story.
It was awesome, man. It's just crazy shit. And he would always be like, see, I just want comfortable conversation. That's all. He don't bring up, yeah, you're gonna be shackled to my fucking radiator for the weekend. We ain't leaving my house.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta ask her. I'm gonna regret it forever. And I've said this on the show 100 times. My favorite vignettes in the history of wrestling took place at Raven's house. And the Sandman came in and he pushes Canyon in the pool and he says, oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Grandma. And Tyler's so tall. And I'm going to sit here. We'll visit forever. That was the greatest. That should have been a sitcom.
Dude, that was WCW that never got used.
Nope. I loved it, though.
Is that right?
Was there a plan
Andy
for
took
it?
too much of a bump. They flew me down to Florida to do these vignettes with Raven, which was going to be something totally different then. So we're doing this. I've been sitting around doing nothing for September, October, November, December, January,
Ain't getting a Ted Turner
February.
check.
Yeah, and fucking
They're this big.
So now we got
I love mine.
so now they got this idea with vignettes. We're a week into the vignettes. Next thing I know, JJ Dillon calls me and goes, yo, Nash has got the book now. He wants you in Minnesota tomorrow night. And I started and I opened up the 9 o'clock hour and then, fuck.
I love those vignettes. Yeah, they could have done so much. Like Sabu could have been the pool boy, and then like Fonzie could have been the neighbor, and like you could have worked all the old ECW guys there. Raven could have had like a whole family.
Yeah, they all could have moved down, like
Yeah.
moved down to retire. We're all old and decrepit.
Yeah, Chastity was his sister or whatever, and then yeah, it was funny shit.
That probably would have been fucking.
Until Kevin Sullivan got the book and took her away from him and gave her to me.
That's right, because you were with her when you were having the cigarette in the ring, and Bischoff came and had you put it out. I like the vignettes better.
Yeah. Dude, that's the second time. I saw a picture a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, and I thought it was photoshopped, but it's me and Vince McMahon standing face to face in the ring about this far apart. I forgot that even happened. And now he's telling me, but I do remember, but I did forget until he just reminded me about blowing smoke at Bischoff's. Bischoff's, because I did that in WCW.
You guys are all
Right.
smoking right now. I feel left out. I'm drinking water.
Yeah, we're in friendly country now.
Yeah, but we're
It's
gonna
all legal, Daddy.
lock this down because our man Kevin Sullivan out there is starving. So we're gonna cut this out.
They just wrapped it up.
They're just wrapping it up.
Kevin's
now, so
there.
let's
We
wrap
didn't
this
get
up
to
with
say
us.
hi to the Taskmaster.
He wants to, right now. He's eating. He wants to eat food, bro. So he's not.
I
gonna-
got you.
He's wrapping up his podcast.
Yeah.
Would you say Shane's there too?
Yeah.
Ask him why he cut a promo in Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
In the movie, I know. In the movie, wow. When Shane did that movie, Zombies versus the Wrestlers, he cut a promo in the middle of the movie on fucking Paul Heyman and
Paul Heyman, Todd Gordon, and Vince McMahon.
What level fucking? What was this, like an L level movie?
Yeah, it was horrifying.
Oh,
Like a super indie shot with a fucking phone.
it was good. I actually liked it.
He's a horror buff. That's why he don't like anything.
Yeah, how about the one, the kid from Breaking Bad? That was a horror movie that he shot with his phone in like 24 hours or something. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
the producer, his name was Breadsack or Colin Breadsack or something like that. Yeah, they filmed it all with like an iPhone.
Yeah.
No
And
shit.
one day I thought,
Yeah.
can you imagine that and that movie making any money at all? Did it
Oh.
make any money?
Oh yeah, it made millions.
No way. No way.
I have a phone, I've got a
I
script.
know. I think I'm just gonna film my life and hope say it's a movie.
That's it, right?
Put some fake trailers in there, fucking with some stunt man that I'll say is me.
Fuck, still bumping. Oh man, this is Pitbull. Doc, why don't you close us out, bro?
Thanks,
gotta
Doc. Time. Talk to you soon, Daddy. Call me anytime. I love to come on and do your stuff.
I would love to interview both of you guys. Gary, give you my number. I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't ever want to talk to you.
Okay. Much like all the women.
That's it, man. All right, brother.
Peace.
Hey,
Thanks,
thanks, man.
Doc.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Daddy.
Peace,
Thank
bro.
you.
All right.